All right.
It's time to beat the night. It's time to beat the night game. Tonight it's time
All
to
right.
beat the night game. And now it's time to beat the night game.
Just gonna grab
Now it's time to beat
the stream and share it, and then we will get started. Hey Stats, how you doing? Hello Island Hopper, how you doing? Hey Platypus, how you doing? I got a bucket of chicken. Nice. Chicken's delicious. And now it's time to beat the mind game. Doing good, just been sitting in Sim with Corvex all day. Nice. Pretty good, how about you? I'm doing pretty good, Platypus. Kinda just chilling for a little bit. Figured I might as well hang out on stream with you guys. Hello, Atheon. Doing pretty good. Big annoyed because they nerfed the Mars. Wait, did they nerf the Mars? I thought they buffed the Mars. That sucks if they nerfed it. It was already pretty bad. No, Platypus. This song is from the Prey OST. Prey 2017. It's called The Mind Game. Pretty good. Yeah, this build rocking right now. How does your back room look like that? You can customize it, the Alchemist King, in the VFX stuff. Let me go to equipment. You go to back room appearance, and then here. You just go to this. Remove semi-cannonade from it because of the alt fire. Oh, that's so lame. Man. Come on, that gun has suffered enough. Oh, damn, yeah. Hello, Sylvie. How you doing? Good to see you again. Also been playing around with this build right now. It's pretty good, I would say. Got this one cooking right now as well, because I realize how good Galv Crosshairs is. I don't get why D has been overbalancing guns so much post-1999. Meow. You're funny, Sylvie.
Do you think the light is working?
God, I have a companion equipment, right? I do. Alright, I am gonna do Archon Hunt, everybody. So if you want in, let me know. I'm gonna wait right here. If you want in, either post your name in the chat, or you can message me in game directly. Your limbo, it came in the inbox. Not gonna lie, those music recommendations you have me the other week have been bumping like crazy, especially the Low Roar. Oh, thank you, Atheon. I really like Low Roar, and I also especially love Depeche Mode as well. One of my favorite bands. I'd like it. Alright, Platypus. So, Sylvie, I don't know if I have you as a friend in-game, so you might need to put your name in here. Oh. Oh, there we go. Cannot deliver. Oh, that's weird. Try that again. There we go. I can be trusted on stream. Yeah, no worries. I will not tweak. Sylvie RR. Okay, 1 second. Oh, yeah, Platypus, I love the Policy of Truth. Really good song. Sci-Fi, the people need to hear this, Sci-Fi. Okay. Alright, did anyone else want in? One of my favorites from them. Yeah, Platypus, like, Policy of Truth is pretty good. I'm more of a fan, though, of the album, what was it called? Oh yeah, Songs of Faith and Devotion. Really banger album. My favorite song from there, well, two of them, is Walking in My Shoes and then In Your Room. Both of those are really good. Alright, I'm gonna assume that we've got enough. So here we go. I'm not a big fan of D. I'm not a big fan of the melee influence. It's the Riftwalker. It is Jason Atreides. How you doing? Yeah, Sylvie, I'm kind of there with you a little bit. Like, here's the thing. I do like D in the sense that we get to have this amazing game that we get to play. But I also dislike it because melee influence exists.
Whatever Pazul is building, it is consuming
There we
huge
go.
amounts of power and resources. Shut his facilities down.
For now, though, we can just enjoy
Just
this.
as it consumes me,
Why is...
kill your pride and follow me, Natal.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. I was like, where the hell was it supposed to be taking me? What's wrong with melee influence? The problem with melee influence, Alchemist King, and I'm gonna go over it a little bit in the next video, because I want to talk about Well Played Ninja's video they did. Because, like, to spoil it a little bit for you guys early, when it comes to Well Played Ninja's video on melee influence, I'm on his side. I just feel like the way he went about it was completely wrong. It's the problem. I like the because of cancer awareness for both men and women. They care, but I do not like their politics. It sucks. Yeah, kind of true. Kind of true. I agree. Melee influence killed my dog and... Okay, that one's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. And, like, the problem with melee influence at the end of the day is the fact that it's so easy to trigger in comparison to the other arcanes and how underpowered most of them are.
The Golden Makers.
The anti-influence independence defection squad is where it's at. For real.
Abomination.
Like, I'm not against Influence's existence. I think it's fine to have an arcane that works the way it does. It's just, at least in its current state, it's just way too easy to use and trigger for the amount of stuff you get for it. Like, if it was, like, triggered on kill with electricity, I think it'd be a different story, because it'd be much more balanced that way and put it in line with something like Vortex. Toy Mirror AoE is totally balanced. Well, yeah, even, I'm even fine with the AoE part of it, I just hate how easy it is to use. The thing is, the content creators end up getting things nerfed, but it is a double-edged sword. Someone will say something. Well, the thing is, Jason, I believe other creators, especially ones like Roseime and stuff, have already said that they don't see an issue with its existence, so I doubt that's gonna get changed.
Objective achieved. Well done.
Objective achieved. Well done.
Such a cool cape. Pretty good. God, my throat. But yeah, overall, I just feel things need to be changed for that arcane. It's way too strong in its current state. It really is? Yeah. That's fair. Influence is like a big fun button for newer players, but once the glamour wears off, the illusion of choice is pretty... Yeah, that's the other part, Atheon. I just really feel that it arms you for melees to only use that arcane. Because it's like the only one that actually gets things done when it comes to melees. If we're talking about direct damage. Like, I personally fall into the gap of finding Vortex better, personally, but that's just me. That's mostly a me thing. Roseime will be here when he is 70 years old. He, Tactical Potato are like OG, aren't they? Many have come and gone, they remain. I wish Roseime would wear a crown on his head. When he talks, he looks like a damn king.
Pazul has stowed sacred armor artifacts in Corpus conduits.
He definitely tends to act like one at times. I wish the other melee arcanes were as strong as melee influence as opposed to melee influence being nerfed. Well, the Alchemist King, the problem with that is that it means that the only solution is to keep buffing everything. When the problem with the other arcanes is that some of them do need to be buffed, but some of them are already pretty strong as is. And the problem is that if you keep just buffing everything and not nerfing anything, it creates a whole new, like, power scaling, effectively, for how things need to go. It's why I find Incarnan's, like I mentioned in the Riot video, Incarnan's damaging for the game. Because it creates this premise that everything has to be in line with Incarnans, when Incarnans should be in line with everything else. Ever since leaving Duplicate and Vortex, I enjoyed them both more. Or leveling Duplex. Like, they're far more enjoyable, but the problem is that, at least in the current atmosphere of the game, people only care about the most powerful thing. And sadly, Influence is that. It's just one of those cases where I feel like it needs to be nerfed somewhat in order to help rebalance everything. I get that, yeah. Like, it'd be completely different if it was like all the arcanes were crap, and Influence just happened to be the best of the bunch, but that's not really what it is. It's very much a case of Influence is just crazy over-the-top strong, and everything else is still pretty good, but Influence is just leagues ahead. Which is why I do not fall into the camp of buffing everything else, because no, most of the other arcanes are strong enough. Influence needs to be changed. And I get wanting to enjoy yourself and having powerful stuff, but if you want what's best for the game and to keep staying around, then at least in my opinion, influence needs to be changed. It's as simple as that. I think incarnates are a healthy fun button, but the damage increase is what's really hurting the game overall, especially with a game so old. Having new innovative things should be at least present. Yeah, that's the other problem, and that's what I plan on talking about in a future video, actually, a little bit when it comes to how things are. Because I feel like even though it's possible to hit these damage numbers, I feel like people should be modding more so for things like quality of life over just straight damage. Because ever since I finished the Riot video and was working on that, I decided to go back and try modding my other weapons in the same way. And previous weapons I did not like genuinely did not enjoy. After I went and started modding them more so around utilities, I started to like the Cedo, for example. I was in the camp that thought the Cedo was kind of mid. But now that I've decided to start modding for more utility-focused stats and outsourcing it through other things like my Warframe or even up for my weapons, it feels so much better to play that thing now. Well, people always gravitate towards what they think is... They will, Jason, but the problem is that there could be... Here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. Like, yes, people will always gravitate towards the meta, and that's very true. But it's also true that by gravitating to the meta, you will burn yourself out very fast if you don't know how parts of this game works. Which is why I've always been very adamantly against meta stuff, because all it does, like, I would not be here today if I didn't start experimenting with the game. Like, we'll just put it at that. Like, I would not be before you all today. Reload speed, even more so fire rate, are much more important to a gun slaying out than doing overall Yeah, Sylvie, you're right. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you build for those quality of life things, the weapons not only feel better, but over time you're gonna do more damage than if you didn't use them. Because you have less downtime. That's fair, honestly. I just don't want me to become underpowered. Nah, Alchemist King, like I said, just change the trigger conditions and it would be perfectly fine. Like, just do that, and it would be a good arcane still. In case for utility, Universal Fallout, a 250% overrun, you are suddenly a key asset for energy generation. That's true, Andrew. That's true. That's why I'm always out damaging people or out killing them. There you go, Sylvie. Exactly. True, Andrew. The meta is a great way to get into high-end, but after reaching there, you should be experimenting or finding a game that's better suited for you. Yeah, I agree.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
Where is he?
We will examine this hall in detail. We will learn armor secrets.
Examine your own heart, Nita. Peel back its blackened layers.
I forgot that I had this song in the set in this thing. At least with Warframe, it demands investment to get to the point where you can experiment. Yes, Athean. That's very true. Whenever I see a limbo in my squad, I say, bless the maker, bless his coming and going, may he cleanse the world for his people. Oh my god, Jason, that's so based. I love how you... I know, given the last name, it makes sense, but I love how you know that reference. Such a banger line. Oberon's been my comfort frame for years. He honestly needs to touch up an examination, but he's steadily gotten more tools over the past nearly... That's the funny thing too, Andrew, is that I feel like Universal Fallout in particular has kind of helped him. Because from what I've noticed, and it's a similar case with what Frost got too, is it they didn't so much change his kit, but they changed and added more tools around him for him to use. Oh, nice. Take that. Monitoring for your level ranges and knowing your damage outputs and cast for some mods or guns is very, very important. Yeah. Very true. Alright, we got the Archon Hunt Showdown. Oh, what we got? Sorry, changing. Yeah, no worries, Sylvie. It's okay. Take your time. We can just chill here while we do that. The armor-based arcane has allowed me to take one strength shard out and still hit armor strip breakpoint, which has let me put a purple shard on, and that just makes him cozy. Nice. Yeah, I definitely feel like, even though some frames are pretty underpowered, like Oberon and Corvex, I definitely feel like with the amount of tools we're getting and have gotten, they can be made at least usable, which is pretty nice.
The serpent is old, Tenno.
That's also the other thing that I've noticed too, which I kind of criticize a lot of people for, is that people tend to have this obsession with, what is it? How easy it is to build for something, you know what I mean, right? It doesn't even have to be the best way, it's just using it. And the problem that I have with that is that, at least with how far we are into the game now, I don't really see how you could use that kind of excuse anymore when the stuff that we are getting is so late into the game that you're kind of expected to have those utilities.
Stay on the move. Those eyes can kill.
If that's a hot take, I'm sorry, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like, at least with where we are now, we can't really use that excuse anymore. You could use it for something that's acquired pretty early in the game, which is entirely fair. Will we ever see some limbo changes? This is just to give me hope. I don't know, Blurry. Like, I think it's heavily implied, especially with the name of this Sayandana everything, and some of the things that I've heard through the grapevine, that we're very likely gonna get something eventually, but I don't know what that something is. If it is happening, rather. Because it's like such a touchy subject, Limbo, because he's like almost impossible to really balance the game around, because he's like very much not something that would exist in this game. I don't know, we'll see what happens eventually, though. Only time will tell. They're getting to older frames, I'm sure he'll get something. Granted, my other favorite frame is Kome, so I'd probably consider Clip. Nah, Andrew, you're pretty base for that. Kome's pretty good. Kome is so much fun. I really wish they didn't put a... 1 second internal cooldown or 4 so I could nuke with it. That's fair. Limbo will... with the tricorn... oh, the tricorn helm and the Rift Cloak looks sharp. He does. He's just got that fashion, man.
I do not know if Pazul is truly the leader of the Archons, or their puppet. Of all of them, only Naira has the guile to...
Also, knowing your preferences and playstyles are more important than a hard meta to follow. The game is a billion things and layers. Why restrict yourself to one thing and one... Yeah, that's true too, Sylvie. Like, the only reason because, like, I know that kind of fits my description why I kind of restrict myself to one frame. my excuse is because nothing gives me... You know, we'll go outlandish here. No, nothing else gives me the high that Limbo does in this game. Which is why I tend to restrict myself to him. Because, like, I've tried playing so many other frames over this past year, and just nothing really clicks with me the way he does. I'm sure things like that will probably change eventually. I mean, Jade is one of my new favorite frames, like, top 5. Because I like her kit and think her theme's really cool. Very nice. Oh!
You dealt with Archon Naira expertly.
Okay, you platypus.
Finally expect no mercy, no redemption.
Thank you. Then why make him in the first place? I like how OP Limbo is lore, but in game he is nowhere near as... Nah, not really blurry. Like, the thing is that it's really hard to figure out how to balance him, like I said, because the problem with him is that in his current state, he teeters on being both OP and shit right now. And he's really OP in some things, but really shit in other things. Oh, Rifle Riven mod, hell yeah. Yeah, let me just make sure. Also, how do you feel about low duration auto banish Limbo? I've tried that before, Blurry. The problem is that Eximus units exist now, so it's kind of hard to really play with that kind of build. Limbo gets me pretty high too, to be fair. I'm in a similar boat you are. I will play a new frame for a while after it comes out. Dante for a while was one of my favorites. Less for DPS and more how much you can do, and Temple is a blast. Nice. Yeah, I keep coming back to Oberon. Yeah, it's one of those kinds of things. I remember the days in Nuke Limbo. You can still nuke with him if you do a dumb setup, but the one button tap Cataball. Yeah, that's true, Andrew. That may be gone, but he's still pretty good. What do we got here? You guys want to do some Aeneas? What's the song? It's called... Let me find it, actually. It is Contact With You, the extended version from Armored Core 6. There we go. Silent Zoom or punch through weapons? I'd much rather have punch through weapons. Limbo has a high skill threshold to learn, but if you can find a non-troll Limbo on your team, they tend to be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's the thing, is that he's definitely one of those frames where, like, he's built around learning his mechanics versus just slapping a couple of mods onto him. I just play Hildra and press 2 buttons to win. That's okay, Feather. Understandable. Hildren's Galefire build is fun as fuck. Nice. You're so real for that. Could you do a video on what helmets cross the rift and which don't? Technically all of them do, Charles. Like, the only one that doesn't is, what's her name's ability? Ember's Fire Blast, as well as, Gara's Shatter Shield. Or Split the Storm.
Life support has been cut off.
Last question, infinite ammo power on Prime with Limbo Rift buff? I've done that before, Blurry, it's pretty good. Pretty decent. I've been enjoying all of Atlas people in my squad. I never met an Atlas player that was not cool. Atlas is pretty cool too. Yeah, leave this right here. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Alice players are like better tight mains from Destiny 2.
Life support on the way.
Hey Carp, how you doing, buddy? Having trouble sleeping, then saw stream notification when checking. Thought I'd at least say hi. Hey Carp. Sorry that you can't sleep, dude. Alice, especially now, has been pretty fun ever since his rubble heap path statues on events. I see a problem and will punch it until it stops being a problem. For real.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
Sorry, I'm Warframe. No worries, Sylvie. I'm trying to read chat too, so it's okay. Oh. Warfarms and then dies. We'll get you back up. MMA. Also, on a side note, I love these headphones so much because it feels like I'm watching the stream on my PC even though I'm on the phone. Nice. Money well spent, I would say. Well, now that the pseudo exalts got buffed, he now is even better at punching things.
Tenno, prepare for life support.
I did the void signed on Evo on enemies and then died. What's your favorite new weapon with the Encore update? So bow, that's actually kind of hard. It's kind of a four-way tie between the dual Torxicas I'm holding here, the Purgator, the Vices, and then the Bassus. Or no, five-way tie, the Riot as well. Like, they're all just really good. Mogs and dies. Alright, we got 4 of these. Just an FYI. Oh, you're taking hardware things now, prices is about to go way up. Yeah, Jason, that's why I bought a new motherboard pretty recently for my computer. I may be garbage. Nah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Do you know loving the costlessness right now? It helps I can put the Jade Stalker sight. It's pretty good, Andrew. Like, I was one of the people singing its praises a while ago. Long before it got the version we got with that Tekra Encore. if these headphones don't have a void portal around the ear pads, I don't know what it does have.
Our operative is making
Oh,
progress.
there's finally some essence way over there.
When you are ready,
Ooh, arcane
go to
tank.
extraction.
Same with the mire, it looked like a piece of moldy jerky. Funny thing, I actually like the base mire more than the Coda variant so far, unironically. That right there. What are we doing? Not too much, Pharaoh. We're just chilling, doing some arbitrations. The Mara looks so lame, like a shitty wire brush. No platypus. You gotta hit him with, what you would call it, your operator if that happens. Because they can't be in the rift. Just walk in and explode them with your mind. The cool augment to make for Limbo would be every enemy frozen to a stew to add reload fire and attack speed. That'd be pretty nice, Charles. One of my ideas was to give him parkour velocity for every frozen enemy. Just something like that would be so neat. It'd be a nice, like, gimmick for him to play around. What do y'all think the next Warframe theme or abilities would be? Not entirely sure, Jason. I mean, the fact that we've gotten so many summoner arcanes and stuff lately makes me wonder if we'll get a summoner frame, like an actual summoner frame. Honestly, I wouldn't mind one centered around the Tech Rock. Like a new Nidus kind of thing. Turning people into furries. Limbo needs more augments. I feel like the thing is, he needs two things. He needs more augments, yes, but he also needs his previous augments to be changed. Like, I feel like the one for his 4, even though I haven't equipped it, I feel like that one should be base kit. They're gonna delete Limbo so they can re-release him. Just gonna leave that right there. Well, if they deleted Lavos and Nyx from the game, those players don't deserve nice things. Just insulted Pero right here, man. Jesus. Or not Pero, Platypus. My bad, Platypus. It takes care of the hater problem. I mean, true. Limbo Rework gives Pablo a set night. Bless him. Bro's afraid of the Floridian. He's like, that schizophrenic Floridian's on my ass now, what am I gonna do? He deletes all your files, but also gets rid of all the viruses. Womp Womp playing actual frame mixing Lavos or Valkyries and really you making them up. I'll just play Riven then.
Look what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you.
Nice, an Iatan sculpture. Adaptive damage, like, that'd be pretty cool. Shout out to Steps for buying base remnant for 400 flat. Wow. I forgot that he did that. Die, foul creature. Grab these. Omniforma has been basically a godsend, both because, oh hey, build variety, and also because I'm a degenerate. I will have 3 Umbra Formas on my Oberon, and all the other slots will be Omnis. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm in a similar camp, to be honest. Like, the Omniforma, not only an awesome change, but I've been actively using them. Like, I have 3 of them alone in my Purgator right here. Because it just feels really good to use that way. I do want the spider frame and ferrofluid that Tribrios advocates for real. A ferrofluid, I'm actually kind of amazed we don't have a ferrofluid frame, actually. Feels like it would fit so well in the Warframe. Purgator on Mag has felt nice, but I'm kind of wishing its projectile was a tiny bit bigger. That's fair. Because it'd be asked to render and animate. Yeah, Andrew, I could definitely see that. Like, it would be stupidly hard to get that working.
you fight, the more successful we will be.
Would be like an Aros in a Sonoido form that moves very quickly. Pretty cool. Be cool when you click on someone's profile, you can see the emote they have equipped rather than just standing there. That'd be nice. Hey Blix, how you doing, buddy? Long time no see, old friend. What's cooking good looking? Hey Moog. How you doing, man? Steve isn't at the top either. And not too much Moog. We're just playing some arbitrations right now. We got done with the Archon now. I'm more thankful Scott isn't part of Warframe. He was frankly a combative crybaby that would joke at how upset he'd make us. Think he upset when we aren't keeping praise on him for being the nerf guy. Motherfuckers love my autism. Doing pretty good. How about you? Doing good, Moog. I'm just got done with the Riot video, right? I think I told you about it, the Riot 848. Did a video on that. Right now, finishing up the script on the latest video because I was in the middle of that when I did the Riot. And then, during that, I'm going to announce my next really big project. It's going to be a Lim Bible level thing. And because of that, I'm likely not going to have an upload for maybe a month at most. Yeah, I saw the video. Thank you, appreciate it. Hell yeah. By the way, that is my self-censoring opinion on Scott. I'm trying to be diplomatic. Ooh, excited. Yeah, Moog, it's gonna be... This project is gonna be one that you're either gonna love me or hate me for it when I announce what it's gonna be. Because the way I'm going to go about it, I think it's going to be very different from how other people do it. But I'm very excited. It'll be... My hope is it'll be the thing of this year. Scott was very combative. I think Steve pulled him in to work on things like Soulframe. Yeah, Jason, he did. Like, Scott's the lead game designer, I believe, of Soulframe. Or, like, combat designer. Steve with 75% talk and 25% unfiltered bad humor, somehow making the guys. For real. Not to say I hate Scott. Like, the thing is, we can cloud on Scott, but he it is ultimately because of him and because of his work with Steve that the game exists in the first place, so I do have to respect him slightly for that. I have 2 interesting vids planned currently before my next big project.
We will all share in this
Nice.
bounty. Hold out as long as you can.
Yeah, this project, if it goes as I think it will and the amount of detail I'm putting into it, it could easily go up to 4 hours is the plan. Like, it's gonna be a massive, massive undertaking for this project is the plan. The one that I'm gonna announce. Hey, Suck, how you doing, buddy? Let me see. Again, agreed, Andrew, that Underground becomes eye rape. One is a sort of information video about how much damage is enough in Warframe, and the other one is about a small text file I made that was my ideas of reworking some Warframes. Alright! That's actually going to be really cool. I'm excited for that one. Yeah, I'll say mine's kind of adjacent to the damage and stuff. Like, let's just say it's in that realm. It's going to be a very interesting thing. You can go purely blind. From what I've seen, I think you're right, Carp. I have not played it for myself yet. How to get Endo. Man, imagine a guide on Endo that was 4 hours long. That'd be insane. I can even send you the text file right now if you want to take a peek and discuss it. Well, yeah, Moog, I'll look at that later. I don't know if I'll do it on stream. But if you send it to me now, I'll definitely look at it after the stream. It's quite a large file. No worries, I think my computer can handle it. How to get Endo farm. Circulate for 2-3 hours every mission for 12 hours a day. But in text size, eyes. Understandable. And we're getting like no drops. Let me see. How much stuff I got? 10? That's lame. Yapatron Chungus. I still need to farm liches, need those floofs. For real. So by the way, guys, I think we'll dip at the 25-minute mark, because there is something else I just remembered that I need to do, that I would like to do on stream. I'm joining Define editing still. Nice, Suck. Hell yeah. The graphic settings help a lot, so do the accessibility settings. My vid provided info for both visibility and higher FPS, so yeah. Yeah, Moog, I've seen that video of yours, actually. I forgot to comment on it, which I'll do later. But I thought that was a really cool idea of discussing that stuff, because that's something that you don't normally see in Warframe.
Life support.
Have a good night, Carp. Oh. Did not mean to click that.
Life support activated.
There are 10 in total. That's true, because there's one for the humanoid forms and one for the infested forms. Alright, I'm gonna start heading towards extraction. Let's click that like button, Tenno.
The longer you fight, the more successful we will
Nice
be.
sculpture. GG's, y'all. GG's. You did comment on it, but yeah, I saw many of these types of videos were too long, so I tried to make a shorter one that would genuinely... Oh, I did comment on it. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Moog. My brain's been a little fuzzy at times. It's also something that got requested a bit. And that's a good idea, man. Like, genuinely a good idea, because that is something that a lot of people do not know about, is how the VFX settings affect your what is it? Your enemy spawns. Like, the only reason I play at high settings is because I like the way the game looks. Now let's take a look at Sevagoth, Trinity. I wanted to do, I think it was Circa, right? Was it Circa? No, it wasn't. Actually, yeah, it was. Circuit. Moog, you made me love the Stelta. For real. The #1 Stelta enjoyer. Oh. Wait, where'd y'all go? Come back. You guys want back in? That gun made me love it. I'm just spreading the love. Yeah, I'm personally more of an Aelok fan myself, but I do respect the Stelta. Especially because, Moog, you're probably gonna get really jealous of this. Let me show you this, though. Behold. Behold! The greatest ribbon that's ever existed. Okay, I'm done for tonight. I send you the current progress. Really like how it's coming around. Nice, Suck. Hell yeah. I'll take a look at that later. That is the best limbo fashion I've ever seen in my life. Well, thank you, Lay. Racism, let's go. For real, Moog. For real. It's kicked since I didn't choose Incarnate's invite. Ah, okay. Alright, where is... let me do communication, friends, because I believe I got a request from Sylvie in here. Or not. That's weird. Alright, 1 second. Let's do a recent. Get in here. What the fuck, yeah. If you want to tease the Kome video a bit, you can show it on stream. Nah, Suck, no worries. I'm gonna let you do that when you're ready. I will explode, yes. Oh, wait. Let me add friend. Eh? Oh, there we go. There we go. Even has plus recoil at its peak. Guns having extra kick make them more fun as long as it's manageable, obviously. True, true. Alright, we going into the circuit. Floofs are life. Literally anything else exists, Riven, and I took that personally. For real. Hey, John Mon, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm gonna aura farm on the defense objective. Grab that. Got Trinity, Sevagoth. We got a Sevagoth. Bassist! Yes! Actually, you know what? The reworks are for Ivara, Valkyr, Chroma, Oberon, Naros, and Banshee. Nice. We be dancing. Playing Minecraft, having a good one. How you doing? I'm doing a pretty good job, Mon. Just gonna do a little bit of circuit with you guys. Oh, wow. Game almost crashed. High negative projectile speed improvements are always amusing. Seeing arrows more or less stuck in midair is always hilarious. Love that shit.
Understands how to combine the elements coursing through their warframes. Prove yourself. Find the crucible and the amphors it needs to create a complex elemental force. You found the crucible. Liberate the necessary amphors.
Hey Xena, how you doing?
And cold crash together. The blast elemental force is created.
It's a document I made in my free time. It's going to be shown in video. Nice. I'm going to look forward to looking at that. Oh my god, boy. Ugh. Man, yawn. The first yawn.
Cut the enemy forces down. Take the amphors and hurl them at the crucible.
If you have a Discord, I'm down to send it to you, early access. Well, I mean, yeah, Moog, I do have one. I think you're already in it, if I remember correctly. At least I thought you were. If not, it's linked in the stream. Yeah, sorry, no Discord.
You understand now. Again.
Oh, you were talking about the Andrew. Oh, my bad. I didn't read that part. My apologies. My bad. I just saw.
Creates the corrosive
Wow.
elemental force by mixing toxin and electricity.
Just the Owen Wilson wow is going through my head. Glad to hear it's probably going to be a long, considering the reworks are, well, quite substantial. Nice. I do like me some Greek cooking. Jesse, you have to cook. I think Sci-Fi would love Chroma's one, like, a lot. Ooh. Well, if it involves him turning into a dragon, then I very much will. It does involve that a lot more. Ooh. Bro's getting me excited over Chroma, let's go.
Combinations as you modify your weapons and warframes. Leave now or later.
For spoiler, third ability is Dragon Form, and Breath of His Kit gets buffed when it's active. Ooh. Alright, alright.
Void angels to besiege the Undercroft. Undo what their claws have done. Or Duviri may fall to something worse, even than Thrax. Globes of ambient void energy hover around you. Collect them to seal the breaches.
Garuda heirloom skin when? I don't know, Xena. I do not know about that. My guess is in probably 4 or 5 years. If DE approached you to be a voice actor for a Limbo Proto-Frame, would you say yes? Yes, Jason, but personally I would want a Lloyd, a Fem Lloyd, to be the Proto-Limbo, low-key. It'd be fucking funny. But yeah, I would not say no to that. That'd be an honor, actually, if I could. I've always felt that I could do some decent voice acting with the right direction.
If the Void Angels break through the wall,
I could just say something as stupid as like,
do not allow that to happen.
I am beyond your realm of understanding. Just something so dumb like that, and it would work.
The rupture is closed. The paradox stabilizes.
You know, me and my friends were speculating Gerudo Protoframe where she is a crazy sadistic mercenary that just likes the thrills of kills and bloodlust type shit. I can see that Moog. I think it would fit perfectly for her. Voiced by Pyro Cynical or Jacksepticeye. I could say, I did not miscalculate your funeral. Just some Jujutsu Kaisen shit. No, I know you didn't say cancel. Apologies. Maybe must. I'm just talking about the attitude in general. But yes, agree that behavior is sad. Yeah.
A breach has been sealed. Excellent work.
Mugamu got away with that kind of behavior. That name sounds familiar, but I don't know who that is. This is exactly what I need. It would be so dope on the outfit. She carries knives with the blood of her victims. Ooh. Oh no, even better. The knives are made from the blood of her victims. Now that would be cool. Got my throat. I mean, one second. I grab the drink.
The smallest breach in the wall may become...
Alright. Defense time. Let's go.
Thanks to you, that will not now happen. I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough.
Made from the blood of her victims. That savage, sci-fi savage new name.
Back to the cause. Let us rewrite.
I mean, it would be super on point for her character.
For a fresh assault. Hold the line.
The anticipation. You can.
Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches.
Come on. Plenty of room for everyone.
Had a character made from blood, if I'm not mistaken, so yeah, having knives made from bones / blood of victims would be whack. Yeah, I remember her too. She was quite the looker, I'll say that. I believe she was voiced by the, I think she was voiced by the gal who played Ventress in Star Wars too. She should get new throwing knife, kind of like Scarlet from the Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Scarlet. That's her name. Scarlet.
Already a new onslaught begins.
One done.
Will you lay your sword aside and rest? Or fight on? The Jackal may have been sent to explore Duviri. Ensure it never returns. A warrior must strike where the
Just give me a Garuda proto-frame laughing manically every now and then and screaming the word blood out every time on my wall is yours to eat. Oh god. Honestly, same.
fade
I would definitely play her if they did something like that. I do remember seeing a really good proto-frame concept floating around somewhere, and I thought to myself, God damn! She had the perfect blend of being super hot and I want to kill you face. Blood for the blood god, blood for the blood god, like, or the for the blood god. I think you meant to say blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. But even then, still angry. To be or not to be. For real. I love Warhammer so much. I still gotta finish that damn Warhammer Space Marines 2 game that I started with Suck and we never finished. I'd love a Pilgrim Proto-Frame that's super greedy and also down to earth and also very protective and let me take the hits first type of gal. Yes, it'll be. I agree. Want Harrow to be an emo boy? Nah. I think he'd be far more fitting as an actual priest. And Ash to be an edgy Asian teen, as if your picture has a stewardess, flight attendant. I could see that, Jason, the flight attendant part. No, they'll throw us for a loop with Ash. They'll make the proto-frame female as a callback to the Ash, to the female Ash concept art. Also him, okay. My friend said that Wisp Proto should be disabled because she got no feet. God damn. Hey Belu, long time no see. How you been? Garuda should low-key be a villain. Yeah. They better make you Proto-Frame Grendel look like Danny McBride but buff. Moog, why not? Or Moog, why not? Proto-Frame and wheelchair, let's see what DE cooks up. Limbo Proto-Frame that subtly flirts with you or leads you on, but he's not actually wanting to if he's just doing that to cope and also pulling off silly one-liners about voids or realms of understanding. Not gonna lie, I approve of that. That would be funny. Still building my Imperial Guard army. I love how 10 small plastic dudes are $60 a box, for real. That's why I've never actually gotten into playing the tabletop yet, is just because of how damn expensive everything is. Although if I did actually get into the tabletop, I would play Necrons or Mechanicus. Oh, hi, you remember me, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, no worries, Bilu. Or Bilu, sorry. I don't know if I pronounced that right, because I'm terrible at that. Yeah, I remember names pretty well, I would say.
Fight on and fan the
Oh, hey, this. Take that. Pro-frame wheelchair, but we can use it like a JK drive. God damn. DE pulls the same thing they did with Nintendo for their new game, where it's like disabled people in wheelchairs playing basketball. That sounds so offensive out of context, and it still is. Goddamn. Limbo Protoframe flirts to you speaking in like old English type shit for real.
This one, what a waste! Your scarred vessel comes to.
You're dead. Just going to 3D print everything at this point. If you ever want a good laugh, look up the models for the Catan Jungle Fighters. Oh yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those models. Limbo could throw your shaft in the rift, so Frost and Exile should watch their tongue.
You have calmed the storm.
They
Return to
did
the
you? Very nice. Alright.
world above.
Limbo VA, but it's just Sir David Attenborough, all for real.
So exceptional.
If they somehow got Attenborough to do that, that'd be peak.
Buried deep within the underground.
Honestly, what would be such an awesome twist would be as if Albrecht became Limbo Protoframe. I would not be opposed to that. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. Equinox could be twin protoframes that finish each other's sentences. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I would not hate that. That'd be funny. That would be such a cool idea. That would be really interesting to see fully worked out in Albrecht Limbo protoframe.
Enemies are assaulting your excavator.
It'd be quite fitting for him. The time traveler becomes basically the god of time itself.
Excavator is severely damaged. Protect it or lose it. Excavator lost. Lock wasted. Extractor in place.
Would Colorbo Protoframe be a Deviri person and non-Earther? Most likely Jason, but knowing V, they would make them human.
Extractor deployed. Excavator under attack. Your excavator is on the brink of destruction. You
my
allow
bad.
the enemy to destroy an excavator. Avoid
What are these
treasure
soundtracks OMG kind of fire? It's a mix of the Elden Ring OST, Bloodborne, what's it called? Lies of P, and now Armored Core. And then a little bit of Prey 2017 in there too, because that's also one of my favorite games. I would have soundtracks from games like Nier Automata and Replicant as well, but Square Enix are a bunch of copywriters, so you can't use those, sadly.
Allow the enemy to destroy an excavator.
I am thinking of actually putting in the soundtrack from the video game Ixion pretty soon, because that's also a pretty good game. Tag Fur becomes a proto frame.
Secrets lie buried deep within the undercroft.
Liza P goes so hard, it does. It's honestly my favorite Souls game.
Excavators and keep them
And keep in mind, I've played every Souls game up until Elden Ring before I played Lies. Maybe next to Bloodborne, though, actually. I'll rethink that statement a little bit. Man, I want to play Lies in Peace so bad. First game I'll buy once I get a new console. Phase. The visuals of that game are stunning. It's honestly, not gonna lie, from personal opinion of someone who's played all the Souls games, right? It's not just my favorite in terms of visuals, but it's up there in terms of art direction, but more importantly, the gameplay. Like, the actual gameplay of Lies of P is incredible. There's just nothing like it. And the closest thing to it is Sekiro. Limbo looks like a character from Bloodborne, come to think about it. He kind of is, too. Like, he basically has the power of, like, an Eldritchian gods, effectively, in him, because he controls dimensions. Which is pretty cool. Like, such an awesome concept. I gotta lie, this combo had me realize that we can't interact with Kaya despite her literally making the time travel happen. True, true. It does kind of suck that she doesn't have any conversations after she does that, though, as far as I can tell. Except for when, what is it? You talk to her after, talk to her at where she stands at the ETA start point, and she's like, "Hello, fellow time traveler." Like, why can't we invite her to our drifters camp or something? Would be pretty cool. Kind of sucks that we, in all honesty, it just kind of sucks that we can't invite certain characters to our home locations at all. Kaya and daughter having a science talk would be fun. On the other hand, Cal's Goon Squad inviting Arthur to join in would be a blast. For real. What we should get more is more Samaris interactions that Cephalon beefs with everyone and it's funny. For real. He'd be like, "Hunter, why did you invite me to this cesspit with all of these lowly creatures talking to me?" And Arthur could be like, "I don't really like that computer that you brought into our lives, Drifter." Would highly recommend Library of Arena soundtrack, but depends on the vibe you're going for. The Keither Battle theme is a solid one. I'm mainly just choosing songs from Games Feather that I like or have played. Call Clem and Arthur's having some beers around camping. Yeah. That'd be badass. I would pay for an interaction between Ordis and Amir. He'd be like, "Operator, why is this annoying person enjoying video games so much? Maybe we should kill, put him to rest."
Life support drop imminent.
Honestly, this is making me want to play Elden Ring again now. Not just yet. Hang out for a little while longer.
Life support.
Oh, I just got reminded, chat and Sci-Fi. Any of you got a Mirage Prime system so you can trade? I'll give you a ribbon. I might have one, Moog. I would need to check my inventory first, but I might. I'll take a look. If not, I think I might have relics. What's this? Cosmic background radiation is a riot. The limitations are too accurate. Or the imitations. Yeah, really. Operator, do you know what finger the corpus used to count their money? The index. I actually do like Ordis, though. He's funny. If annoying. I need to start bringing back skins that actually look like leather. Sometimes the shiny skins are too much. I agree, Cena. I want more, not leather skins, but I guess skins with other materials would be nice. Like almost like the Limbo Crack skin, kind of. Ordis calling anyone annoying is ironic. Feather, I think I'm the only one that loves Ordis's yaps. They never get old to me. I enjoyed them. I especially liked it when they did, I'm pretty sure... Was it when Archon Hunts got introduced? It was an update a while ago, where they introduced a bunch of new voice lines for him, and that instantly made me like him more, because now he had more variety in his voice lines. Alchemy. Limbo Grax is peak, while Favin makes peak, so... True. I'd love some Protoframe skins that had a really bulky workwear / streetwear aesthetic like Kaya, but a little more grounded instead of the crazy cutouts and unreal looks. That's fair. That's assuming we do get more. Like, I would assume we'll get more Protoframes. I just don't know when. We'll see.
Your enemies hoard the amphors the crucibles need. Retrieve them. Corrosion's elemental force is the deadly byproduct of toxin and electricity.
I want a Beast of Bones quest as a potential risk to actually whole hog into Florida Cars, but D has shown they can pull it off, so I want to get a chance for the operator to interact with him. Not gonna lie, I think it's better that they don't do that, because they already have the secret logs in game where you can learn about him, and it would kind of ruin the magic a little bit of that kind of character. At least to me it would. Because we already know enough about him, so creating a quest that just like fleshes out that part again would be kind of iffy, in my opinion. Okay, wait, I got a good question actually. Alright. Let me hear it, my friend. As someone that loves tactical games, I would like this, especially with all the new guns we've been getting, like the Vesper. Hell, I even built the Plaza Prime for immersion. Hell yeah. I still need to build that myself. Oh! TDOB has subscribed. Thank you. I don't know if you're on the stream, but if you did, thank you, my friend. Welcome to the club. Lol. Can I have you voice an AI computer system and have you inside of and all my characters I made in their heads like Cortana and Master Chiefs? No. Sorry, Sylvie. I ain't doing that. You're not wrong, Sci-Fi. However, I also want to see this guy that can fight hard enough that the Arkham wanted to make him immortal. True, true. That's right.
Very good. Find another crucible. A magnetic crucible. Find electricity and cold amphors.
Recently, the Kaya Nova skin made me realize that there are some skins of Warframes that feel smoother to play because of their animations or reworked models. Okay, okay. Do you, Sci-Fi, have a similar feeling with a Limbo skin? Honestly, mainly the Grax skin. Like, I feel like the Grax skin fits him much better, especially when you add the Prime accents to it. I don't know what it is. And then, surprisingly, as well as Deluxe, too. Like, his Deluxe, weirdly enough, feels much smoother to play. Oh, thank you, Xena. Thank you. Hell yeah. Hope you continue to grow as a content creator. Thank you, Xena. And I hope you do as well. We need more creators in this space, like we really do. I will pay you a more billion platinum to have you scream in my head about Limbo. I've had it in my PS account and can confirm that boy's smooth as fuck. Yeah. Deluxe skin haven't tried yet. You should, it's pretty good. Proto frame skin for every frame in the game eventually, though, is the real question. That is one of my biggest questions, Sirius. And also, welcome, Sirius. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Even in the depths of the Undercroft,
Is that I'm not entirely sure if we're gonna get a whole lot of those, because
unbroken.
it's just really hard to write those into the story, I feel, especially because they said that they're moving away from 1999.
It is my duty to make
We need more chill content
extraordinary
creators for
lands
real.
of exceptional people. Creatures of the deep void
Take
are
that,
assaulting
thank
the
you.
Undercroft, tearing rents in its fabric. Seal them up again, or worse foes than Thrax may emerge. The ruptures can be closed, but only if you collect enough ambient void energy. Seize the globes that float nearby.
Honestly, I just feel like, I'll just say this right now, guys. If you feel like trying to get into content, I would highly recommend just trying it, like going for it. Because you never know until you try it, you know? I think we will get at max just one more bunch of proto frames, most likely. Yeah. I would hope we do. Like, I do want to see a Limbo proto frame, if we can. Like, that'd be amazing. I just don't know if they, well, A, would do that, and B, if they're working on a whole lot more. It would kind of suck if they stopped it, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they did. Because it'd be really hard to write those into the story. Quest that branches out to find the proto frames across the cosmos. I can see that, Jason. That could work. Not as a main quest though, but like a side quest. Because I know lore-wise there are more significant frames than the current proto frames, so you would think they would also eventually do big lore frames, like especially Limbo and Chroma. Yeah, serious. I see what you mean. We'll see what happens.
Void angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold fast. Seal a rupture
I think it'd be neat to do. Just don't think there's anything I have insight on. I think that's a big one for a lot of people. Like trying to read the chat and game at the same time, that does not work. Also keep in mind, the protoframes can be NPC in a sense, so for example we get to New Loka and lo and behold, Titania protoframe. True, true. Oh yeah, for sure, dude. High moneymaker. Would be easy money. But like I said, I just don't know how they would write them into the story that well. Because like they said, 1999 is technically being sunset right now. Whew. Uh-oh. Alternate timelines. That may work. Alright, we can do. Let's go until we can hit tier 5, and then we'll be done. Want these type of new skins. Fair, fair. We are only human after all. It's 4:30 a.m. here. I'm gonna head to bed, trying to not cause another riot while I'm gone. Alright, Moog. Have a good night's rest, dude. For Daggett Protoframe. We'll just get a Dullahan instead of a person. For real. The helmet stays on. evil and irritated horse in the background. Change the resource requirement for the helmet. Damn that biotic. I think it's in a better place now, Jason. I don't really see a reason to change it. Everything is going to be alright as a banger. Yup, Feather. I love how you know the song. You're based. You like this bassist right here. You're absolutely based for knowing the song. Love Prey. Such a good game. And it sucks that we will never get a sequel to that masterpiece.
I advise you not to be content with merely doing enough.
And do this one.
A corpus
Alright.
jackal. I do not know how it found its way into the Undercroft.
Oh, I just realized the whatchamacallit here? The jackal? The gun sound effects are the same as the trumpets.
Less so.
That's funny.
Do not hesitate to attack.
Wait until the next big event to get Phasmo myself without buying it. If you want, Atheon, I have a bunch of copies. When we're done in the mission, I can give you one if you want it.
Now, strike while it's down.
15p gets you one. I remember when it used to be like 50 plat, because that thing used to be hella rare.
Turn your fury upon what is vulnerable.
Do you have any thoughts on them increasing the new MR requirements to 17, or do you think it's about time they raise it, since many people have been... I think it's fine, Cirrus. It gives people a reason to actually level up, because, like, the problem is that it is important to keep leveling your MR, but people think 16 is, like, the baseline, when they should be leveling it up way more than they are. So I think D actually giving a reason for that is pretty good. It's a very good thing. Very good, very important thing. Like that, thank you.
It has support. Change your focus. It will not
Take
get
that, thank you. Hey, old man, I'm dead.
Jackal destroyed.
Perhaps it would make sense to increase the MR requirements by 1 every major update or something like this, so it's not a crazy jump out of nowhere. I think it's fine as is.
Do not expect me to tell
That'd be
you
nice.
when
Is there
to
any
stop.
arcanes you still need? If I remember, you were hurt.
For yourself.
Nah, Atheon, I'm good. No need. This is for free. I can't really get it sold, so I got no reason to try and get you to pay platinum for it, since most people have it by now. What's the end game of this game? If I'm not interested, I'm leveling my MR collecting. So, Vince, the end game of Warframe, the best way I would put it is fashion. And just experimenting with all the weapons the game has to offer would be the best way of putting it. Because Warframe is, at the end of the day, a sandbox. So leveling up your weapons and like getting those levels up, which in turn levels up your MR, is very important. Because something that I don't think people realize, and this is why it's very important to level MR, it dictates how much standing you get per day. And because of that, it can allow you to farm the new factions and when the new stuff comes out much, much faster. Because you're not as handicapped when you do that. Like, it is a big, big thing that people do not think of. Because they like complain, why is it taking so long? I'm like, that's precisely why. Level up your MRs. You'll get more standing that way. We need an operator rework. I hate that I need to use Matarai for my amps to feel good with Angels Interacts. Let's pick. I don't know, Xena. I don't know about that one. Like, I think the operators, like, there's a reason why I call Matarai, Unairu, and Vazarin the big three. And it's because they're the three de facto best operator trees in the game. And it can buff your amps pretty crazy, depending on what you do. The end game is fatigue and burnout, then becoming jaded, and then maining max parkour for Krenzel. That's gonna be my buddy Stabs at some point, I think. Warframe now is basically a giant sandbox. Yeah, we're done here. MR is definitely important. It really is. Warframe now is basically a giant sandbox at this point. Warframe is essentially about collecting power and progressing. That's a fair point. Yeah. Like, Xena, I don't know if you've seen it on my channel, but I do have a guide to all the operator trees and why they're so good. I don't remember if you've seen that or not, but more importantly, what's very important is, like, getting these different amps. Because, like, Matarai is the de facto best if you want strictly amp damage, right? But there's more out of the ordinary ways of getting more damage, maybe with your different amp arcanes. Or more importantly, remembering how armor strip and stuff works. Operators are already super strong. Your tree depends on the situation. That's why Matarai is for damage. Yeah. Yeah, Bilu. Exactly. Alright. Thank you very much, Platypus and Sylvie. That was awesome, guys. Thank you. Let me close that up real quick. And grab this, apparently. Neat.
Let's get back to it.
Let me grab this. Grab all these. That's my last shiver as well. Let's go. With Matarai, it's one of the best ways to get your amp to kill at level caps. The last gap actually worked. Well, seriously, it works even without it, because I think what people forget about Matarai is that, yes, it's a really good way of buffing your amp damage, but depending on what frame you're running, you still have to deal with stuff like armor and shields, which is why I personally prefer Unairu. Because you get armor and shield strip with it. And with Unairu Wisp, you get more amp damage anyway. Yeah, watch, that's why I main Vazarin now. Also, fun fact, I use Energizing Shot on my secondary to revive myself if I get... I actually need to try that, Xena. I've seen that, and I want to try it so bad. Shiver buff, please, D, and my life will be yours. That is true, Sci-Fi, yeah. I'm looking for pub activities to chat with people while I play, but I only find Level Cap Cascade able to accomplish that for long durations. Any other recommendations? That's an interesting one, Vince. If you're really struggling to find a piece of content to really enjoy, one of my personal favorites, like, this might be heretical when I say this, but my personal favorite game mode that D has ever introduced, and I still consistently play and enjoy myself, is Alchemy. Alchemy is, in my opinion, so much fun. It's super chill. You have scaling damage in the form of the Amphors and stuff, so you don't have to worry about your damage not being up to spec if you need to. It's such a good game mode. Stargazer Remix? Hell yeah, Feather. Do Alara, Jupiter Survival, and see how far you can go. Alright, Atheon. Would you like to give me your in-game name? That way I can summon you. So I can give you the Basmo. Alchemy is so fun, but I can never find people to play with, so I do it solo. That's fair, Xena. I don't like Alchemy because I'm the only one who does the objective. Alara, man, 5-minute pub. Where's Jane? Alright, 1 second. Alright, there we go. Alright. I got you, my friend. Now let me add you. There you go. Alright, to the dojo! I'm in a clan, but they all do is farm relics and sell Volt Prime. Understandable. I just stick with Materite because it's the closest I have to maxing out. That's fair PCM. With Alchemy, if you don't play with any friends, people always seem to just kill and never throw anything. That's true, serious. It's actually part of the reason why I really like the mode, because it actually forces me to be more active and engaged with the content, because one of the biggest reasons why, up until Hell Scrubs got introduced, I hated, absolutely despised survival, is because there was like almost nothing actually going on whenever I did that stuff. Like, it just felt super, super boring. There it is. Here you are, my friend. Very gassy joke, Joe. Thank you. Guys, we got the best mod in the game! Let's go! Love that. You can craft Archon shards? Kind of, Vince. Like, you can get other shards and combine them to make the new shards. Mod survival is the end game. Go to town, my friend. Go to town. Basmu is an amazing weapon. And I do have a review on it too, if you're interested. Thank you, Goat. You're welcome. Love that. Not crafted, but if you have 3 normal or regular, maybe he can show you in your ship. So the way you craft them is that you'll go to the flesh chair, right? Go to Archon charts here, and once you have the segment that you earn in Whispers in the Walls content, you can do the Ascension fusion and the Coalescent fusion. This allows you to make a new Archon shard right here, like this. So this is a purple shard, right? And then right here, you could take 3 of any other shard to make a bigger shard. The Basmu is so insane, the damage is bonkers. It's honestly one of the more underrated weapons, Cirrus. Like, people really sleep on it. I hope we get more Railjack content. I doubt it, but it would be nice. I really enjoyed it, especially because I put Forma into my Railjack. That's fair, Xena. I bet we'll get some when we go to Tau, because I really do feel like that's where we're going next, especially because they're giving us weapons with innate corrosive right now. I was planning to watch your video after the stream ends, actually. I just can't focus on more... Yeah, no worries, Atheon. So it takes 50 to 100 Henry Cavils to craft a Tau Forge shard? It does. You have 8,000 of the green resources, level what? Oh yeah, let me show you. Need SP Railjack? That'd be nice. I have, oh yeah, 8,000 of this, yeah. I just don't combine the shards too often, which on a side note, they need to give another use for these. They really do. Arbitrations Railjack? Now that I would play. I would unironically play that so much if they introduced that. Look at this, people insane. Railjack in Archwind could use a refresh. It would be nice since it has potential to be really... I think the problem, PCM, is that Railjack, I think, is actually in a good spot. I feel like all it needs is like a Jupiter open world to use it on, and it'd be amazing. But I will agree that Archwing does need some touch-ups. Stella, yes, that is it. Steelpath Arby's would be so much fun. Yeah, I agree. There are more resources that need more uses more urgently than Stella, like Riven. Oh, yeah, true. Give a use to Riven Slivers, like, seriously. Tenich, Delta, Wendy, Steelpath Arbitrations 1. I feel like, when it comes to Riven Slivers specifically, what they should do, make it so you can directly convert slivers into rivens, possibly. That, or convert it into credits. Like, one of those two. It'd be so helpful. Because it would make it so that you were more incentivized to farm for the slivers as, like, an extra form of cash. Nah, Vince, I think Deviri's fine as is. I think it needs more content. Like, I would like more islands, but I think Deviri as is perfectly fine. I like it the way it is. It plays pretty nice. The world's beautiful. Slivers in the Kuva would be nice. True, I could see that. Speaking of which, speaking of rivens, actually, I do have a rifle ribbon. Let us see what we got. There it is. I have 7k ribbon slivers. Kill 6 enemies with headshots while alone or in solo. Is that even a challenge? Is that even a challenge? Jaded, despondent, manic. I can see that. Yeah, Atheon. I play Deviri pretty regularly, actually. Like, I really like Deviri.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
Alright, that's it. What mission? Jade Light Manix would be nice. For real. Ooh. Wow, that's worthless. Where's the Ignis? Where's that ribbon? There it is. Want to meet the remaining 2 players that still enjoy farming spy missions. Now that is one mission type that I do not play too regularly. Without using health consumables? Oh, is this like the, what you call it, missions? Sabotage. Here we go. How do you get plat from Deviri's arcanes? Yeah. Generally, like, the Deviri arcanes still sell pretty well. Imagine they did Ignis Incarnate just to spite the Torrid. Honestly, I've said this many times, like, we kind of got this in the form of the Purgator. I would unironically love a
The
gas
reactor is a
sprayer
complex
gun.
system. Start by removing the coolant cells.
Like innate
My
gas.
intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
That way we can make gas great again. Okay, not there. Not there. Nope, not there. Purgator. I believe D is about to all have more gourds a game, yeah, for Anne. I would hope so. Man, I do know we're getting the big visual touch-up to the game, which is really exciting. Okay, not under there. All those farts. Fart Sniper Mike beloved. Gas has always been one of my favorite elements, even before the status rework. Gas is honestly one of the more interesting ones that they've had in this game. Like, it's such a neat DOT to try and build around. I can kind of get why people don't like it, but it also kind of sucks that we don't have more interesting DOTs like it.
A coolant cell has been extracted.
And no cash that way. Oh wait, not that way. I don't understand the math in this game, but gas is busted on Garuda's talons. I've heard about that actually.
The reactor is going into stasis.
I heard that, so like the way gas scales is that it scales the same way Slash does. Where it doesn't scale with the mods that make the status, but it scales with base damage, crits, and like other weak point
When the
modifiers.
reactor is restarted, this will
So things like
trigger-
headshots can also spawn it. Or make it do damage, rather.
A blast door has
Sai,
been
do you
brought
like
to
priming with
activation.
hounds?
Find a way to
I kind of do, kind of don't. I mainly just play what I find more utility focused, and I find with hounds, they tend to kill more than they do prime. Another one, thank you.
You found a second cache. My readings indicate one more.
Yeah, gas damage will proc headshots for a load. They do. And I did not mean to press that. Alright, let's keep going. Not that way. There's the last one, and then I just gotta do this mission one more time, and then we're
You
good.
found all the caches. All your objectives.
Does status damage scale at all with crit modifiers? They do, yes. So, status effect damage will scale with whatever crits and mods that are used to make that status, unless you're slash, gas, or blast. In which case, they only scale with whatever crit modifiers, base damage modifiers, and weak point modifiers are used to spawn it. It's why Limbo in particular is so absolutely busted with with Blast specifically, because his augment can bust it out the wazoo. Imagine putting that in your Tinder profile, looking for someone who likes priming with hounds. I wonder if they swipe right. How do you feel about the melee Kodo weapons? I've played with a few of them, Xena. I'm kind of iffy on them, not gonna lie. Like, the Motivor's gimmick is pretty cool, and I do think it's very strong, but it's not a weapon I would particularly find
The reactor
fun.
is a complex system. Start by
The,
removing the
I just got the
cells.
Coda,
My
cost
intel
assist
suggests
recently,
there
and
are
I've
rich
used the
enemy
base
supply
version,
caches in
and I
the
love the
area,
base
but I'm
version.
unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out.
And then I
if you
haven't
shoulder
really
the
touched the
added
other
risk.
ones, but I feel like, as far as I can tell, they're not any different from their base counterparts, so they're kind of just mellow, I guess would be the best way of putting it. Nothing really special going on with them. Kodomar is insane for slam builds. I've heard about that. Oh, wrong way. That must be the exit right there. Aha, there we go. Alright, now we can leave the mission. Very nice. How do you feel about Limbo getting getting nerfed? Haha, it's very funny. Ooh. Too bad it's on a shit weapon now. Get rid of that real quick. Oh yeah, they're nerfing Limbo again next patch, right? Oh man. Zara, get rid of that. And yep, let's take that. Might as well use this last sample at. There you go. Get me back to 0.
I remember when I first touched your mind.
Alright. I think that was a lot of fun. Not my bimbo. For real. But anyway, guys, this was an awesome 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Thank you very much, Platypus and Sylvie, for helping me with Archon Hunt and stuff. Pleasure having you guys around. I'm very sleepy, so I am wrapping up at the moment. Anyway, the next video, I'm going to get working on that. Probably a little bit more tonight, actually, because I got to finish the script and hopefully have it out in the next couple of days. When that video comes out, like I said in the, the post I did earlier today, it is going to announce what the next mega project for the channel is going to be. And I expect this particular project to be probably the biggest video I have ever done on the channel, is the plan. Like, bigger than the Lim Bible itself. Like, it is going to be an absolute monster for this video. And it's going to be, I feel, a very important one. Which, like I said, I'm going to announce it when the video comes out. But that's kind of the plan. And I'll probably stream again sometime either tomorrow or the next couple of days, because I like doing this. I like hanging out with you guys. But after that, it's mostly just going to be streams and nothing else until that big video comes out. And like I said, guys, thank you all for coming by. It was a pleasure hanging out. To rift passively does void damage over time with one of your enemies in the rift. That'd be nice. I like that one, serious. And with that, guys, I will see you guys all later. Have a wonderful night, everybody. Have a good night, Platypus.